phone, Carl.
I got 56.
That's probably right. Mine's in that fast.
55.
55, 56. We're at
Sometimes I test to see.
22.
That's my VCR, my DVR or a DVD player, and does it bing, they all fat, I'm good. Now when I have to set the microwave, now I gotta tell. That's like, wait till it hits 9:55.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got it? Oh, you got it.
I don't have a digital clock in my house. I have what I want, it's going on 25 volts.
With the snow, you can't get to the sundial in the backyard.
You know, it's the clouds.
That's not in the middle.
Once it gets handed out here, I mean, there's one that will look there.
Well, this is made for it.
Yeah, just like you suggested. Might be a problem to get back up.
If I use that.
For everybody in the audience, with the cameras are now live streaming and recording, just so you're aware, in case you want, don't want to, in case you don't want to say anything that you want caught on tape.
Right. Well, it'll be, somebody must have said, Tony, don't do that. I've got 911 on speed dial.
Can't see it.
I think it's,
You trying to run one on the plastic?
and if it's not on there, it's gonna fall on its head.
Yeah, it's gotta be on right, or don't put it on.
How many planning board members does it take
We
to put a
can leave it
light?
Well-
down.
We can put it- yeah, we can put it
They'll put it
down.
up in the.
Hey, Tom,
morning.
leave it down.
Stick it on the windowsill.
Yeah.
You
It
sure?
will.
I don't think it was like that before.
Ed, you got a hard helmet? You're sitting closest.
No. Well, yeah, maybe let's keep it down for now. I don't know. Is it on?
I,
We're gonna find
This is
out.
what falls under the leave well enough alone.
Did you get it on the right thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it.
Sure.
Those things are tricky.
I believe you.
Tell the supervisor.
Now it's only
Mike's
off
not
by,
here tonight.
now it's only off by an hour.
I believe you.
Yeah, don't. You've only got it off by an hour now.
Oh my gosh. No.
Challenge accepted.
How did that happen?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna try to, sorry, we might start late.
Oh, we're gonna have a
Planning
public
board
hearing.
meeting was commenced at
How about we
6:05.
just leave it down?
Took our first case at 6:73.
58.
Other way. Oh, no, I can't see, I can't see.
Close enough?
Yep. Close enough for government work.
How many batteries are on
Careful.
that thing?
Doge is gonna come in for, get you for that one.
One to run the.
They're already
fake
trying to
news.
get me anyway on my regular job.
No kidding, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
But I'm counting on McDonald's.
Yes?
Because anything else would make me be a martyr.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
That's it. Driveways are right in my driveway now.
If they heard it, we're gonna have a forum.
Well, as long as he's here, he can be injured and still
Oh,
participate.
he could just lay there and run, right?
We need a, Tony, get down, we need a quorum.
Good. For my planning board salary, I don't have to replace it.
You got your raise, didn't you? If it falls, I'm like Captain Clink, I know nothing.
Right, right.
It's all recorded.
I was in the hospital today for a while. I left. Took my dad there first. Kidney stones. But I had to leave because of this. I gotta go.
My wife said it was worse than childbirth.
Yeah. He had surgery scheduled at 2 o'clock. He didn't get in there.
What do we need, one more?
No,
You got 4.
that's all we
Are we
need.
expecting John?
We're good?
Are we expecting John?
I didn't hear that he was not coming.
John's supposed to be here, but
Okay.
we can start.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have four.
Okay, we're going to stand and do Pledge of Allegiance now.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Cindy.
Chair Lorenzo,
Here.
Rebecca Anderson,
Here,
John Colfus, Anthony Gorski,
Here.
Lawrence Kurzynski.
Here.
Okay, welcome, everyone. This is a meeting of the Planning Board of the Town of Lancaster. Please keep in mind that we are an advisory and recommending board and not a final decision-making body. We'll now ask the board to take a look at the minutes from the January 22nd Planning Board meeting.
it's fine.
Any additions, deletions, or comments? Hearing none, I'll look for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. All right, we'll move on to the communications list. While the board is reviewing the communications list, I'll just make a little statement here. Planning board meetings are available to view on the Town of Lancaster website via live streaming. Letters with comments on planning board projects should be mailed to the attention of Chair Dorenzo. All right, we're going to move on to our first case. Seeker review for project number 4159, Chevette's Restaurant, 5389 Genesee Street. Oh, that's right. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'll be okay. Sure, I wasn't one with you.
Short form or long form?
Short, right? Short form. So question number one, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Question number two, will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of the use of land?
Not any different than it was. No.
Just different menus.
Yeah.
Question number three, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? Question number four, it is not applicable because the Town of Lancaster does not have a critical environmental area. Question number five, will the proposed action result in an adverse change in existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway?
No.
Question number six, will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities?
No.
Question number seven, will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies?
No.
Public or private wastewater treatment utilities?
No.
Will the proposed action, question number eight, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources?
No.
Question number nine, will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources?
No.
Question number 10, will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems?
No.
Question number 11, will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? Okay, so,
I'll make a motion to
Like duck.
make a neg deck.
A second.
all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. We will make our recommendation to the town board for a negative declaration. Pardon?
DOT. Do you want to discuss or?
Oh, you haven't, sure. Yep. Sorry about that, Tim.
Oh, that's okay. Good evening. I'll be brief. I guess I just, I have our PowerPoint presentation that I think you've seen, and I think I left you a copy. I'll spare you from going through all 16 pages of Sean's notes, unless you want to refresh, if you want to run through it, I'm more than happy to.
We'd probably go through it pretty quickly, but.
Oh, okay, good. So obviously, everything, it's a redevelopment project of the Alley Oops restaurant. We need site plan approval and special use permit. Next, please. This is just an aerial photo of the intersection. Next, please. Topo survey. Zoning classification. The zoning code, being the bar, the tavern, the restaurant, is permitted with a special use permit, and we need site plan approval, obviously. Next, please. This is sort of the details of what we're doing. Everybody familiar with it, or you want me to walk through it just a touch?
No, the only comment I wanted to make here is about the DOT, right?
Yep. So I have 2 points to truly update. One, we've had the town board public hearing that went well.
Yep.
And 2, the comments that came back from the New York State DOT, their input is they're reviewing the Genesee Street curb cut and recommending that it be closed. We have the Passero and Associates taking a look at that, analyzing the queues that would be created on Harris Hill. I'm not sure that the county completely agrees with that, so I need a few weeks to sort of work through that and get the two of them on the same page. We, of course, don't want to lose the Genesee curb cut, but I understand the DOT's manual, and they're going to do what they want to do, and, we're going to do our...
We were equally surprised when we saw it, for what it's worth.
I know, but to try to take that traffic in and out on Harris Hill with the issues that you have existing, we'll see.
Yep.
But we'll work through it either way.
Okay.
Did they, just out of curiosity, did DOT share with you their plans for that intersection at all?
No?
They've got plans to rebuild that intersection.
Okay.
So I'm surprised they didn't kind of put that all in the mix, but anyways. Just so
No, they haven't.
Just so you're aware.
When's that scheduled?
There is not a schedule, but
Okay.
the planning has been done as far as I know.
I'm gonna guess when the county, once I get the analysis of the accident reports, the queuing, and the updated traffic counts, Passero's gonna do an analysis, make their recommendation. County's gonna speak with the state, and I don't think the county's very fond of the idea. We're gonna, but ultimately the DOT is going to do what the DOT is going to do.
Right.
Not my call, but the easiest thing would be to just allow at least a right-hand turn out of there on the Genesee.
We were thinking even more so just being able to, an entrance but not an exit.
Oh,
That's what, because our thinking is,
how do you stop that? People don't listen to signs too well.
right, yep. Every busy intersection we're at has the same problem, so it's what I do. And we'll do our best to persuade them, but at the end of the day, they're going to do what they're going to do. I think that's it for this. We all know that we're putting a cook shelter, and that's really the only modification we're making other than increasing the size of the exterior cooler boxes.
Right.
Some renderings. Next, please. More renderings, elevations. Just some detail on the cooking pavilion. And the criteria for the special use permit, which we're all familiar with. And that's it, just the update that we've been in front of the town board, and that we're doing our traffic analysis work right now, and hope to have that wrap. I think by the end of the month, we'll have that all hopefully resolved.
Right. Okay. Any questions or comments from the board? Ed, anything from engineering?
No, we're good.
Emily, anything from legal?
No.
Matt, anything from building? Is there anybody in the public that cares to speak on this project? Okay. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for your time.
Thank you.
There was
Yeah.
But then,
Open a site plan review.
Right, we just did secret.
I think maybe there were two of them, I don't know.
It was completed.
Yep. Wait for him to duke it out, right?
Yeah, but then when he was reading it, it said on there.
Okay, we'll move to the next one. Site plan presentation, project number 1625, Spring Hill Suites, 6647 Transit Road.
Good evening, members of the board. Appreciate your time this evening. Jason Burford with GPI Engineering representing the applicant, 6647 Transit Road LLC. A couple of the members of that group are here with me this evening. We obviously, I think this is your first time seeing this project. The existing Spring Hill Suites has been recently purchased by the applicant, and they're making some nice interior improvements and updates and upgrades, and now are looking to extend the parking lot and also get their access, which exists out to Freeman Road to the south together. So here we have, let me see here. Looks like the existing plan, existing additions, and this is really a site plan amendment or modification. This project was presented and constructed over a decade ago. So what we're looking to do is, like I said, extend the parking and extend an access to the south of the project. Now the driveway, if we can go to the next slide, please. And
That's the demo plan.
That's a demo. Let's keep going. All right, right here. You'll notice the new parking, and then because they already have some asphalt and they share agreement with the neighbor, we're just adding asphalt to Freeman Road, making a curb cut at the town road, and then making the connection here to the extended parking lot. Currently, there is here a National Fuel Gas 20-inch line, which we are in discussion with them already. We already have an encroachment agreement because of the parking lot, but obviously we'll need a crossing agreement for that. So we're already in the works with that. With the parking lot expansion, we've added a net of 57 parking spots. The approved amount was 114 originally. The existing is 112. We're taking 6 of those away down here in this area and realigning those with curbed islands, and then adding 57 for a total of 163. Currently, it's 108 rooms, I believe it is, and then a conference room, so they were just over the required zoning code for parking. Required was 109. Point to make for that road that leads, or the driveway that leads out to Freeman Road to the south, that's not going to be a truck access. There's no semi or large truck that's going to make that corner. The driveway is just 24 feet wide, and with connecting to the existing curb and not impinging on the neighbor, the existing curbing they have, that does make it a little tricky. So it's just going to be for passenger vehicles, employees, guests as they go through there. Also the close proximity to the airport, they expect that some people have inquired about parking vehicles and then being able to leave them there in the parking lot. As far as storm drainage, well, first of all, there's no sanitary involved, there's no water involved. Storm water, we are sheet flowing everything. We're not adding any catch basins. We're just sheet flowing to existing and also to this new bioretention facility to the south. And although the islands are curbed, the parking lot is not. We are also, if you look back at the original plans from 2014, it's a little different than what exists out there now. The previous owner made some changes, moved the dumpster, and eliminated some parking, added some parking. So we're kind of bringing everything up to speed and everything to current. So we've incorporated that in all of our plans to make sure that any changes since the beginning to now are incorporated there. We are limiting our disturbance to less than an acre, so there's no SWIP involvement. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Questions?
Any questions or comments from the board?
I have a question. Is there any reason to have a landscaping plan? The only thing I saw was a note, PS, permanent seating on the islands. Is that just grass on there then?
Yes, yeah, and that should be pretty much the erosion control sediment plan shows that as well, shows that permanent seeding. But there is no landscape plantings
No,
anticipated.
no trees, no,
Not that we have anticipated at this point.
you have a heat sink. Is adding more pavement, more heat? That's why usually they throw in a couple of shade trees on the islands, but they're so small, you have to be limited in what you put up anyway.
Yeah, important to note there, obviously this is residential back here, but we've kept green space so that, the existing buffers are all staying in place, nothing's being removed. And the other thing about the stormwater is currently what exists is just an open-ended pipe that this green lot just drains into without any kind of protection. So by adding the bioretention and a closed drainage system to the existing system, because then it ends up flowing into the underground storage and everything else that's here, so it's a vast improvement to the control of the stormwater.
Okay. Any other questions, comments from the board? No? Matt, anything from engineering?
No, we just still reviewing it.
Yep. Emily, anything from legal at this point?
No, I don't have any comments.
Matt, anything from building?
I just had a few items on the comment letter. I'm not sure whether or not it's going to be incorporated with any revised drawings or any documentation provided. I just wonder if I'm being heard by the public or even in this live streaming, speaking from the gallery, or if I need to make my questions or...
I know I can hear you loud and clear. I just don't.
Well, again, I apologize if people don't hear, but there were a couple of items that they're probably already in effect. For instance, the cross-access agreements that are filed and everything that is associated with the overlapping access points. But that information wasn't provided on application. And again, just want to be sure that it's all current, up to date, cross-access to both parties that were involved. This was never used to be an outlet for the owner of the property, but it was primarily for the neighboring property. And just in the essence of good planning, I try to look ahead.
Yep.
I made that recommendation for some cross-access to the other portions north of this property, just to help with traffic flow and interconnectivity. Even though it is on a secondary road off a transit road, right? But it's always good to have that secondary access because the proximity is there. We've already overlapped the property lines with paving sections, so we may as well make that connectivity. The enclosure of the dumpster pad, I don't know if that's going to be incorporated with those revisions. So again, I'm thankful that we're even considering looking at an amendment before the amendments are changed. You mentioned before the parking lot gets paved and it gets pushed further and further into the grass area. Before you know it, on the weekend, you get a paver drop an extra load of material down, and we have a couple of 100 square feet extra of asphalt surface that was never accommodated for. But last point I wanted to make was the tightness of the area of disturbance. Again, any recommendation that comes from this board, I ask that it's conditioned that the property is staked out, erosion controls are done so that the sizing of the disturbed area is contained to 0.95 acres. I've said in the past that a width of a bulldozer blade kicks you over that 1 acre threshold. It would be silly to stop the project and go through the process of getting it further.
Yep.
Yeah, that's in particular why we show, I believe, erosion control protection around the entire property. Not that that'll stop a bulldozer, but...
No, I'm just saying that prior to the construction to stake out that
Yeah.
area of disturbance, so we know
Yes.
that that's where those are the limitations.
Yep.
Clearly, we're not at that point where we're making a recommendation, but we will make sure that we incorporate that into that, our recommendation.
Yep.
Anything else, Matt?
That's it, thank you.
You're welcome. At this point, we'll ask for any comments from the public. I know that these are members of your team, but I don't know if there's anyone else that wants to speak.
They better not say anything again. That's all I got to say.
You're ahead.
Well, we will be seeing you back here.
Yes. All right, thank you very
after our
much.
donation is done. Thank you. Anything else that the board would like to discuss? Nope. Ed, anything from engineering?
No.
Emily, anything from legal?
No.
Matt, anything from building?
Nothing, but did this project get tabled to seeker
We haven't, this project that we just,
Yeah.
yeah, we're in the middle of our 30 days. Well, I don't even know if we're in the middle of our 30 days, right?
Not quite halfway, but
It-
yeah,
Yeah, so we're,
Obviously tabled, right?
Right,
Yeah.
maybe you should announce that.
yeah, we should probably table it then, right?
I'll move the table.
Go ahead, Tony, say it.
Carlo, I'll second.
You're waiting for me to do it? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no.
Now you got a record.
Now it's officially tabled. Okay. Cindy, was there anything that we had to talk about? I didn't think so. I couldn't remember anything. All right, I'll move to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Meeting adjourned.
No record, but pretty good.
See you in 2 weeks.
Just so you can see, is 2 weeks during President's Week?
It is.
I'm taking my schedule.
Just let us know. Let me know.
Good, I work Monday and I work